Today's episode of Nothing Major is brought to you by Gusto. No one starts a business to deal with payroll headaches. That's where Gusto comes in, taking the stress out of payroll, benefits, and HR so you can focus on what really matters. I actually use Gusto. I've been using it for years. Jack Sock also uses Gusto. We get paid from the PPA Pickleball Tour through Gusto, guys. We actually do. Gusto is an online payroll and benefits software built for small businesses. It's an all-in-one, remote-friendly, and incredibly easy to use. So you can pay, hire, onboard, and support your team from anywhere. It's quick and simple. Just switch to Gusto. Transfer your existing data to get up and running fast. Plus, you don't pay one penny until you run your first payroll. You also get unlimited payroll runs for one monthly price. No hidden fees, no surprises. Try Gusto today at gusto.com/nothingmajor and get 3 months free when you run your first payroll. That's 3 months of free payroll at gusto.com/nothingmajor. One more time, gusto.com/nothingmajor. On today's episode of Nothing Major, we're going to wrap up Basel and Vienna. The WTA seeds are locked in. We've got a new Masters series in Saudi Arabia, and we're going to predict who the remaining spots are going to go to at the ATP Finals. Let's get going. All right, everyone, we're back. I got Jack, I got John, I got Stevie, I got Charlie Fox, and the guys at SIFT. Big week on the tour. Before I get to the tour, I want to bring something up. Last week, we did the WTA Cars segment. I thought it was a miss. What do you guys think? I listened to it, and then I was like, that wasn't that good. And then I feel like some people didn't like it. It was underwhelming
miss for you, Sam.
I'm sad I missed that, actually.
I don't think you missed anything.
I thought it'd get more traction, but sometimes you swing and you miss. I mean, that's basically what it is.
I don't think it was a miss. I think it was just a foul tip. Look, we've got to just take we got to get back in the box and keep swinging.
Foul tip.
That's what we got to do.
That.
We haven't struck out.
Okay.
All right, fair enough. We missed it. All right, anyway, we could talk about tennis. I like letting our fans know when we think we missed on a segment, and I thought that was a miss. So anyway, all right, let's start with Basel. Fonseca with the massive win over the best finalist of the year, Davidovich Fokina. Right, Stevie?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to calculate what you said. Best finalist of the year.
He's made 3 finals.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Or bad finalist, however you look at it.
Yeah, sorry.
How good did, Stevie, start with you. How good did Fonseca look in Basel this week, taking out first Brazilian to win a 500 title, I believe?
Yeah, I saw that floating around, and just somehow it didn't seem right to me that was the case, but the internet's never been wrong before, so it must be true. And he played amazing from start to finish. And that final was just absolutely a beatdown. You know, indoors, 3-4 over Davidovich Fokina. Poor guy hasn't won a title. He's in the top 15, no titles. 4 finals this year, 2 of which he had match points. So I think I'm a little happy for Davidovich Fokina that he didn't have match points and have another heartbreaking loss. And he just lost this one. But you've got to feel for the guy. He wants a title. You know how much it means to him to get a title. And, you know, you lose to the young guy in a big title, in a 500 final. So it's frustrating for Davidovich Fokina, but Fonseca played awesome. The forehand was massive. He kind of reined in the errors, which we've seen him be plagued with over, time, right? I mean, he's still young, but that's kind of the one part of his game that he needs to clean up. But he's electric when he's playing well and he's on. Like, Fonseca Mania is back in full force. Kind of took a lull there for a few months, like since Miami maybe, but like we're back. We're back in full swing.
We are back. I was going to say that. Jack, he had 29 winners, up to 28 in the world. He's going to be seated in Australia. Like Stevie said, he won a tournament in Buenos Aires earlier this year. Miami was like a big deal. He's been a little, not sluggish. He's still like 18, but just kind of ho-hum, I guess, for the last 5 months. And Leonard Tien's been creeping up on him. I kind of said this yesterday. Stevie didn't necessarily agree with me. I was like, did Fonseca kind of like need a big moment to like get back like the momentum?
Yeah, I mean, it's never a bad thing if you're saying ho-hum at 30 in the world at 19 years old. And you got like all the fans supporting you. You got basically the sport of tennis behind you, cheering you on. So I said it's a good problem to have. But yeah, I think a big result. It's tough. When you're 19, probably just turned 19, and everyone's expected you to win a big tournament already, and you have this pressure to do it. But yeah, great for him that he pulled through. got it done. Very clean week, very, very clean final. Looks like his parents came over from Brazil, and he had an awesome support system and family there and team there, and looked like an incredible moment after. Huge tournament to win. Obviously, a long list of great champions there at that event, and big for him. Hopefully carry it on to Paris, and then start next year hot. Be seeded now at a slam for the first time. Help out with draws for whatever that means, and get 2026 started hot as well.
Yeah, my bad. Fonseca 19 now. I said 18. I know last week I said Holger Rune was 25 and not 22, and a bunch of people lost it on me. God forbid I make a mistake. John, I'm sure you saw so many pullouts with draws in both tournaments this week. Did you find it strange that like Casper and Felix, these guys withdrew after a set, but at the same time, they're like 9 and 10 in the race? Wouldn't you think that these guys, I mean, obviously you're injured, but at that point, don't you try to almost do everything you can to like play through an injury to maybe get that 8th spot? Or like, what do you think was up with that?
Well, yeah, but you never really know what, it is. If you're injured, like, then you can't go on. Like you're just gonna keep doing more harm to your body. What they're probably thinking is, all right, we have a 1,000 ahead of us in Paris. We each have a bye. So we have, if I stop playing right now here in this 500, I have 6-7 days to try to get close to 100% and compete ultimately for 1,000 points. That's where the big points are. I mean, there's huge points in the 500 as well. So they were obviously feeling something. And these two aren't, they're not Thomas Mahac here, right? They're not just going to like pull a ripcord for no reason. So there was something seriously, I think, going on. But back to the finals, I mean, Davidovich, Fokina, and Fonseca were the only two that could just flat out make it to the finish line in Basel. I mean, so it was crazy the amount of pulls. I think 3 of the 4 quarterfinals did not shake hands with someone winning a match point.
Just making John's blood boil.
Yeah, there was a lot of carnage. I mean, Pesci Pericard got a withdrawal. This is like 2 weeks ago or something. He got one. That made my blood boil, Stevie. He's a total bot. But anyways, yeah, so it's tough. But, the guys have played a lot. It's a long season. That's the same talking point over and over again. But it is true, right? Guys are tired. Guys are nicked up. No one is 100% right now. That's just the facts of the matter right now. So with these guys, they do have a lot of time. I don't know. I remember how it was when I always lost early in this week, but I was seated in Paris a lot, and you almost had like a full week to get ready for the event. So they're just chilling out and trying to get their bodies exactly right for the 1,000 coming up.
Yeah, I mean, do you think maybe this is a better question for Sam, but watching Holger get hurt in Stockholm, like kind of hurt his hamstring, right, and then tears his Achilles. Do you think these guys are like concerned at all that like if they're a little hurt, they're going to do something catastrophic just because they just watched it, right? Like Casper's ankle's hurt, and then he blows something else out because he's compensating in that regard, or just total like they're not even looking at Holger.
You can't think like that. If you're a little tentative with your mobility, with your movement in not only tennis, all sports, you're going to be at such a disadvantage. So like I kind of get your question, but no, I don't think so. I don't think they look at like a little nagging injury and in the back of their head, like, well, if I keep playing, like something catastrophic can happen.
Because I'm just looking at the Felix and Casper, right? They're in the same boat as Holger was, like kind of outside looking in. Holger was hurt, it looked like, and then now he's out all of next year. So I don't know if these guys like have that in the back of their mind, but you're right. Like if you're hesitant at all, that's a bad sign.
Yeah. All right, let's go over to Vienna. Sinner taking out Zverev. Sinner on fire. He wins that 3-6, 6-3, 7-5. 21 straight indoor hard court wins. John, was it you that said maybe in one of our episodes that Sinner's best surface is indoor hard court?
I mean, it is.
It was John.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
It was John.
I think Sinner indoors is just, it's like Rafa on clay almost. I mean, maybe not to that extent. Yeah.
If he goes on to win Paris and then win Turin again, then yeah, you could start talking about that because at that point he'll have 30 in a row. But he looked unbelievable. He was 48-6 for the season. Let me go back to Stevie real quick. He cramped at the end of that match. Like, is this an issue for Sinner? Like it's an indoor match. Like you guys have played Vienna. It's like 65 degrees in the stadium. Why is Sinner cramping?
I don't know. Why is he cramping in Shanghai? I mean, that one's more understandable just with like the weather and the humidity and stuff. But is this a troubling sign that he's cramped now 2 tournaments in a row? Or I guess not, for him, I guess he played the 6 King Slams. Didn't look like he cramped there, but like, that's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
I don't know what it is. It's weird. Like, the guy's played 6 hours. We just watched him play a French Open final. He cramped a little bit. It looked like it maybe the 5th set, but like, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of anxiety. That's a lot of, tennis to be played. But even when he's cramping, he's still the best player in the world. And that is that a bad sign for Zverev that he can't beat a guy that's cramping?
He cramped. To be fair, he cramped like at the very end.
But still, like,
it's not a bad sign at all. He's the best player in the world.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like,
Right
if he
now
can't beat him there, like, this can't give him any more belief that he's going to beat him if he's beating him while cramping.
Why are they better at cramping too? I feel like when I cramped, I was just done for. Like, lay on the ground, take me, like, carry me off the court. These guys cramp and still slide into backhands and forehands and win the match and everything. I just was laying there dead to rights, like, take me to the hospital.
Jack, did you ever cramp on an indoor hardcourt? I feel like I never
probably
once
did
saw
at some point. But my sweating was just outrageous though. Like, it could be 65 indoors at a tournament. I was still gonna have to change my shirt 6 times and probably my shoes at some point. But these guys who like don't look like they sweat as much, but then still like play through it. They're better at tennis and they're also better at cramping and playing through it. So,
but John had mentioned it too. Like, sometimes it's like mental, right? Like, you cramp because like you're nervous or you're not breathing right. It's not like he's not tired. We know he's in shape, but like, why is he nervous indoor final?
There's no way he's nervous, right?
You know what I mean? That's what I don't get. Like, this is what's so confusing about it.
There's just no way he's nervous in a 500 final.
yeah.
But who knows? Musetti, big week for him making the semis because that was after the previous week when like Felix, Casper, and Medvedev, all the guys on his heels, all won 250s to put like a little pressure on him on that 8th spot. But Musetti making a semi was big. All right, so Sinner, Alcaraz, Zverev, and Djokovic are locked into Turin. There's still 4 spots open. I wouldn't open. Most of the guys are kind of locked in. Let me go to John. We got Fritz, Shelton, De Minaur, and Musetti are the remaining 4. We've talked about this. John, do you think Novak is playing? Let me start there. Like, do you think these guys are playing for it? Like, do you think top 9 get in? Do you think Novak's playing or not?
I don't think so. And I hope I'm wrong. I think everyone would love to see him in Turin. The fact that he's already qualified playing the schedule that he's played this year is just completely absurd at 38 years old. It needs mentioning again. But I don't think he's playing. He didn't play last year, pulled out of Paris. I don't think he's playing. So it looks like the top 9, in my estimation, are getting in. It'd be a bit of a tough beat if you finish 9 and Novak decides to play. Last year he didn't. So number 9 got in last year. So I don't think he's playing. I think he's just gearing up for 2027.
I think he's playing.
Or 2026, excuse me. So
maybe 2027 as well. You never know.
Yeah.
Shanghai seemed like he was in a good mood. Maybe he goes to Turin and thinks like, oh, maybe I could beat Sinner Alcaraz in 2 out of 3. I think he's going to play, but you never know. Jack, do you think Novak's playing in Turin?
I'm gonna go with yes. I think. I mean, I don't like back that fully, but I think slightly more than 50-50. I think he ends up playing. Yeah.
Stevie, what side are you on this?
I mean, I hope he doesn't play because then Paris and the 250 week get more exciting because then the more guys are like on the cut of getting in. But, I'd like to see Novak there personally, right? Like he's the 3rd best player in the world. Like you want to see him in the World Tour Finals for the 27th time. I mean, he's already locked in for next year and the following year, I'm sure. So it's, I want to see him play, but I just don't see him playing.
Do you guys think he's qualified 18 times? That's stupid.
That's
insane.
in a row, by the way. That's consecutively. I mean, it's a
joke.
It's a joke. 8 times in a row, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's insane.
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
So right now, assume he plays. Musetti has the 8 spot. Musetti is about 400 points ahead of Felix and Casper and these guys. Assuming, again, Novak plays, is Musetti, is that a big enough lead in your guys' mind that Musetti's going to hold on to that 8th spot? Yes or no? I think yes.
Yeah. I mean, one of these guys would just have to win Paris, which is not out of the realm of possibility, but
They could final, and Musetti goes out early too.
But like, is Casper healthy? Is Felix healthy? Like, is Medvedev mentally healthy? What's going on?
Yeah.
Good luck making a final with Sinner and Alcaraz in the draw, and Alcaraz being fully rested and Sinner just in the zone. So good luck
If
making a
there
final.
is a tournament that they don't win, it's this one, right? We've had some unique results here in the past. Maybe these guys are looking ahead. Like, do you agree with the joke John shaking your head? Like, this is the one Masters series, right? Where like maybe guys that are already qualified for Paris, they're not like, all right, if I lose early, no big deal. Sorry, qualified for Turin.
Yeah. You've seen some funky results in this tournament before. I mean, Holger Rune won it like when he was like 18, like 4 years ago, whatever it was. The year Jack won it, the semifinals was Jack, Beneteau, Filip Krajinovic, and myself. So, I'm just saying you see weird results here. I do think with with Sinner and Alcaraz kind of both being there, still fighting for number one.
Yeah.
In years past, you see Roger and Rafa. Rafa never won Paris, did he? I don't think did he ever win it?
I don't think so.
He did, yeah. You guys like that. Rafa was always wasn't quite the same at the end of the year. I think it's a little bit different with Alcaraz and Sinner right now. And this is a tournament where you will see some weird results. I don't think that's going to be the case this year. I think it's going to be pretty chalky. I like to say that.
Oh, yeah. All right, chalky. What new venue this year for Paris? Apparently, the speed of the court is slow. Stevie, what do you think about? Do you like the slower courts, or do you like it back maybe 10 years ago? We had some slow, some fast. The slower courts, I get it. Makes for longer points, better points, more exciting points. But is that maybe part of the injury concern for the guys? What's your feeling on the court speed?
I don't know. I wish they would make them a little bit faster, but it's not like universal. We've seen courts throughout the summer, like, Cincinnati, U.S. Open, like they were fast. Like we all hit on them. As bad as we are now, we still thought they were fast. And so it's not every court, but it does feel like, the courts in general are getting slower. And I think it's kind of boring, to be honest, to like watch. Like it makes for, I think, good tennis at the end. It's not like making the court quicker is going to help everyone else. Like Carlos and Jannik are still the best two players in the world. They're going to get to the finals. But I just think it brings in another wrinkle to the game. If you've got to be quicker, come forward, see these guys be a bit more dynamic. So I'd like to see the courts get a little bit quicker. Mm-hmm. I mean, we all know that, when you're out there and like the grittiness of the court, the balls get fluffy, like it helps some guys, it hurts some guys. So for me, I would have preferred it to be quicker just for my game style. And I don't know, like watching these 3.5 hour, like 3-set matches, just like there's a lot of dead time. Like it's just a lot of just rallies from the baseline. I don't know. There's not a lot of like variability in some of the points, and I just wish there was more so in that department.
Yeah, the venue looks cool though. Do you guys remember the John? You remember the train rides from Basel to Paris?
Oh, of course.
We got a good train. Remember the
guy, the
we met a
volleyball
guy.
player.
You want to tell it? You want me to tell it?
It's volleyball player, right, or soccer?
Yeah, I want to say John and I one year we played Basel and we're going to Paris. This must have been like 2011 or something, long time ago. After Basel, you take a train ride to Paris, maybe like 2 hours.
It's awesome.
It's great. John and I, one year, were on the train sitting together. We kind of befriend another guy in the train, another young guy like us, just start talking.
American.
He's American guy. What are you guys doing? And like, you don't want to sound like a jerk. Like, oh, what are you guys doing here? Oh, well, we're both top tennis players and we're playing these big tournaments. Just say, we're over here playing some tennis tournaments in Europe. And he's over there bouncing around, playing like different volleyball leagues and stuff in Europe. Yeah. And so the guy comes down like with the beverage cart. Can I get you guys anything? And this guy's like, we'll take 3 Coca-Colas. I'm like, all right. He kind of gets us the Cokes and he takes them. He's like, cheers, guys. He's like, to make an ends meet playing European sports. Like, all right, like, cheers. You just didn't want to be like, for the this sounds mean, but like, we're both probably at 7 figures in prize money this year. And he's just,
oh my God, no way.
He's like, I got
we're
the
both
Cokes,
top
guys.
20 in the world, Sam.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
He's like, I'll get these Cokes. Yeah. Like,
no,
you're probably
didn't.
struggling.
Cheers, just living out our dream out here in Europe, Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
To make it
was classic.
That's unreal. How did you guys follow? Like, was this like 10 minutes into the train ride? Did you guys have another like 2 hours to talk how you were,
No, we never. You don't want to be a jerk.
We didn't get specifics. We were like, we played a tournament in Switzerland. Now we're playing a tournament in France.
Yeah. I think he just assumed we were going these little rinky-dink club tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just will always remember that cheers on the train.
That was great. That was classic.
That was so funny.
I mean, we talk about like Felix and Casper and these guys chasing the pack to kind of get in. I mean, the three of you guys, right? Like all made World Tour finals, but is it more pressure for you? Because I remember the 1 year Sam was in contention. Was it 2017 or 18?
17. I think
like you went to Vienna, I was in Basel, so like, Sam and I were sharing a coach, and like our, Craig Boyne obviously went with Sam because like he was trying to make it, and like Vahe went with me because I was just trying to survive. Like, do you feel more pressure like having like to chase the pack? Did you even care? Like honestly, how does it feel?
I think I'll answer it first, I guess. I think there's more pressure if maybe there's like 5 guys all vying for one spot and they're separated by 100 points.
Right.
Rather than like, right now, like I said, like Musetti has a 400 point lead. So these guys go into Paris and it's like, oh, like I got to final or win it and then also hope that Musetti loses first round. I feel like there's maybe a less pressure on that because it's less probable, where if it's 5 guys and it's like, all right, whichever one of the 5 of us makes it the furthest wins, maybe there's more pressure.
Yeah, because like Musetti plays or could play Medvedev third round in Paris, which like could have some, he can knock Medvedev out. He can take Musetti out. Like, did you guys, either one of you have that or no?
Yeah, well, I didn't even know it was a possibility until after the round of 16, I think. And I played Lucas Pouille.
Because it's the race. The race is different than the ranking.
Correct.
Yeah, Jack only learned that recently.
Still don't know. But I remember the lady doing the interview after the match. She was like, now that you've won this, like, if you win your next 3 matches, quarters on, if you win your next 3, you could snag the last spot into the finals. And I don't know, I wasn't really like clearly I didn't even know the rules. I didn't know how the ranking system works. So it wasn't my cup of tea to get all stressed out and think about it too much. I think definitely after the quarters, I think the way the draw worked out, as John just talked about a little bit ago, maybe added a little bit of pressure because it's now playing Julian Benetau, who phenomenal player, had a lot of good results, a great player, but to play Benetau to then I thought was going to play John in the final, but end up playing Krejinovic. It was more just take advantage of that opportunity rather than, which added some stress, but and some pressure. But I didn't really play. I didn't really play scared or anything. Still just swung as hard as I could at forehands and played my style. So
I'll say this: I felt an enormous amount of pressure because I was the only seeded player left in the semifinals. I was like the 11th seed or something. I don't know what it was, but
yeah,
I wasn't even seeded that high. And I'm playing Krajinovic, who's ranked like 50. You got Jack making this great run, and Benetau is ranked like 52. Jack's somewhere in the 20s, and like so, I was probably the odds-on favorite to come out just based on my ranking, and I kind of choked in the semifinals. But of course, I lost 7-6 in the third. But it was one of those matches I won like 10 more points than he did. I just couldn't close the door. So that was I did feel a lot of pressure prior to that semifinal.
Yeah,
Jack clearly handled it the best, and he went on to London and almost damn won the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, you could have been in the finals. You almost played David Goffin in the finals of London. So that was crazy.
Yeah.
So,
3 more sets could have finished 3 in the world that year. Would have been wild. But
24 to 3 in a matter of 2 weeks.
Yeah,
that'd have been nuts.
Would have been crazy.
Speaking of pressure too, got to give some credit to Rybakina in Tokyo last week. The only like top woman to play. She knows if she makes a semifinal, she's into Jeddah. And that's exactly what she did. Like came through, made a semifinal with everyone watching. She did then pull out once she makes the semifinal.
Stevie,
thoughts on that? Like, I
make
don't know.
the semis and then just pull the ripcord. Like, I've made it. Screw you all.
I hate being like, oh, I feel bad for the tournament guy, but that does stink. Like, make the semis and just dip out. What's Stevie feelings on that?
Yeah. I mean, I would rather have her go out there and like just lose 1-1. I don't know. Like the pullout is hard to do. Like I knew. Really impressive, first of all, to make it. Like she knew she had to make a semi to make it, like to the finals. She did it, and then
she beat Mboko too, who had beat her earlier this year.
Right, like as soon as she beat Mboko, I feel like she just walked off the court, like went right to the doctor's office and said, "Thank you, I'm done, and I'll see you guys never."
It was like she made semis and then just had tournament transportation take you to the airport to fly to Riyadh.
That's exactly what just happened.
I meant Riyadh.
But yeah, like impressive for her to make it. Like she played great. Obviously winning the week prior, making semis. She did what she needed to do. I'd like her to still play out the semis. I mean, personally, like as somebody who like was I never wanted to pull out of a match ever. I just wish she would have played. But congrats to her. Like that's amazing. With that, that's a lot of pressure to make it.
One of those matches, you bring the suitcases to the site.
Yeah, she's just bringing it every day.
win or lose.
All right, we got 4 women in the finals. I want to go around and give predictions of who's going to win the women's year-end final. I'm happy to go first if you guys want, or does someone else want to go first? Give me my girl, who I can't pronounce her name correctly, Amanda Anisimova. I think I said it right that time.
No,
I think she's going to win it. Was that not right, Jack?
You do the M and the S. You said Anisimova. It's Anisimova.
How is that? You focused on this one and you still
You've been talking
it
about this for a week.
Gosh darn it! I mean, luckily I can do it here. Once I get on the desk at ESPN and stuff, it's at full panic.
Say Anissa.
No,
Anissa,
but it's not Anissa. It's Anisim. They don't want the E. It's Anisimova.
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 And there you go.
Anisimova. Give me my girl Anisimova to win it. I think she's playing the best right now. That's my pick. Anyway, anyone else got one?
Yeah, I was going to take Amanda Anisimova as well.
Good, the same one I'm picking.
Yes, but I'm going to say her name correctly.
All right.
I'm taking Yasmin Paolini.
You're taking Paolini?
For real?
Get out of here.
I think I picked her to win the...
She's fun. She's just fun to watch.
Yeah,
she always smiles. She's just fun.
Yeah, it's
What?
fun to
That's not
watch.
the question. Who's most fun to watch? I'm saying who's the winner?
I'm going to go with Paolini,
Oh,
the dark horse.
That's a ridiculous pick.
I'm going to go Coco Gauff. She's won this before. And she won it in those brutal... Didn't she win it in Cancun? She won it...
Probably.
Anyways, but brutal conditions there. I might have gotten that wrong, but I'm taking her. She always plays well at the end of the year. She played extremely well last year at the end of the year. So she knows what she's doing this time of the year. So I'm going to go with Coco.
All right. Are we idiots for not choosing Sabalenka or Swiatek?
No, I'm done going chalk. I want to go off the beaten path a little bit.
All right. Dark horse. We got 2 Amandas, Jasmine and Coco.
Can I start my answer over? Because I don't want to get
Cancun. Where'd that come from?
They played in Cancun a couple years ago.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
And so
what do you mean you want to start your answer over?
So we're going to keep all this in.
I'm going to just guys edit this out, please. Okay. I'm just going to give my answer really quick.
No.
I
just
said
edit it out.
No, I just said that.
A couple weeks ago, I said something and I asked to edit it out, and you said no.
Yeah, but that was at the very beginning of the episode. It was pretty funny. It wasn't a factual error. It was a grammatical error.
Sound wrong.
Let's see what you're gonna say.
We've never been factually correct on this podcast.
People love when we mess up.
For the legitimacy of our pod, I think I need to. We all should know where Coco Gauff won or didn't win.
We all do. 3 of the 4 of us do.
I don't worry about the online haters, but I should know that.
Yeah, you worry about the online haters.
I don't. I should know that.
So what do you want to say?
I'm just going to give my answer. It's real quick.
Hurry the up.
All right, here we go. Are you serious right now? God.
Whoa, that's the first foul language we've had in 117 episodes.
All right. I'm going to take Coco Gauff to win in Riyadh. She's very, very good at the end of the year, and she's won this tournament before. She knows what she's doing this time of the year. So Coco Gauff is my pick.
All right. Good answer. You know your stuff. All right. Let's keep it the Saudi Arabian themed. We've got a new one last thing here on the pod. Everyone's been talking about the schedule. It's too long. What's the tour do? We got a great idea. Let's throw in a 10th Masters Series in 2028. I get that's a ways away. And also, it's going to be a 1-week event. It's also a non-mandatory event. I think it's pretty cool. I know there's some controversy with how many tournaments now are going into Saudi Arabia, but you got to assume that Saudi Arabia paid a ton of money to the ATP Tour to have the rights to a week. The prize money is going to be massive. It is a non-mandatory event again in 2028. I think every player is going to play it just because I just assume the prize money is going to be so gigantic. Stevie, you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know, the season's long. These guys can choose not to play if they want. Who cares at this point? The ATP just got paid a boatload of money for sure. And it's going to go to these guys' pension, right, for adding another week. But
yeah,
I think John might be he might not have the ins and outs, but that if it goes in February, like that crushes the American swing. Like Dallas is an unreal event, right? Like if it goes during that same time, I agree with you, Sam. Like these guys are going to go play Saudi. It's going to be a $95,000 to lose in a first round in a Masters series, probably. So like, why would they play Dallas in those tournaments in the States? So I feel for the schedule, it's not convenient, even though it's not mandatory. Like,
and again, this is 2028, so it's enough time that things could change where the tour kind of pulls back and they get enough pressure where they're like, okay, no event's mandatory, or you got to play 6 Master Series, or we could see a rule change.
I mean, I don't think like it would have changed the 4 of our minds. Like, let's just say Dallas was still there. Like, I would have probably played Dallas, but like, if you look at Fritz, Shelton, like these guys, like I see them like the top Americans in a couple of years, like going to Saudi, not playing the American tournaments, which is brutal for the American fans.
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. Again, they haven't locked in the. You're right. It could be February. They haven't said when it's going to be in the calendar.
Well, which is completely ridiculous. There are more questions than answers right now. Yes, yeah. We're adding a 10th Master Series. We're just putting it in February or putting it somewhere January or February in Saudi Arabia. Is it before Australia? Is it after Australia? It's likely not going to be before Australia. Craig Tiley's not going to like that. Right? It's not mandatory. That's ridiculous. All these other Master Series tournaments are mandatory. You can't just make the prize money $5 million to the winner. Indian Wells tried to do that years ago, and the tour said no because Miami couldn't do it. It's completely ridiculous. How can you make it non-mandatory? Why would Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz play a non-mandatory 1,000 after the Australian Open? But why would they play it? Well,
especially
are they going to do? Hold on.
Right?
I have to talk in a second. Are they gonna offer appearance fees, or they can't?
That's what I think.
Yes.
I think there's going to be like, hey, come to a dinner.
Thing, all this is completely under the table, right? And for Sinner and Alcaraz to play a non-mandatory event after the Australian Open would be absurd. Let's assume they play in the finals. Okay, there's no reason at all for them to go play a 1,000 event in Saudi Arabia in February where the winner gets 1.2 million, where it's a kind of a standard Master Series event. So you would logically think that there's going to be appearance fees under the table for these guys to come show up and play. It's completely ridiculous. There's way more questions than answers right now. It makes no sense.
But it does feel like they just agreed to it and they've have nothing worked out.
They probably agreed to it because I'm sure the tour got like $500 million for like the rights to the week or something.
Absolutely. It's a huge number.
And they'll do like a pro-am the week before with the entire royal family.
But it's cannibalizing the rest of the tour. What happens to Rotterdam? Rotterdam's been there forever. It's a fantastic event. That's like one of like the flagship events of the ATP Tour. Yes, it's probably like the flagship 500 event. Rotterdam's been so successful. What happens to Rotterdam? What happens to Dallas? These terms, are they going to be offered money to just go away?
Gone. Yeah, like they're non-existent.
John's right though. There's still way more questions than answers, and we have, to be fair, there's 2 years here to shuffle things around and figure this out. So anyway, all right, we'll dive back into
There's nothing to shuffle around. There's nothing to shuffle. I mean, yeah, you could shuffle around, or some of these other tournaments just go away. Anyways. What happens to Delray Beach?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, I'm not saying that like the Delray Beach is like propping up the tour or anything, but
yeah. Well, here's a quote from Andrea Gardenzi. Andrea Gardenzi is the chairman of the ATP Tour. I do agree the offseason is too short, and I don't think it's just too short for the players, but I also think it's too short for the fans who at some point need a break from our sport. Like I said, I do believe that there's enough pressure from players, from fans, that there's going to be maybe not shorten the season, but a massive rule change as far as what tournaments we have to play in the coming years.
What is he even talking about though? What is that?
Dude, he's just spinning his wheels because he just keeps making crazy things up.
No, but I'm saying like that means the tour. Is he saying in the future the season's going to end? And
he's not saying anything. He's just saying, I agree. We need a break, but like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
No one knows. Maybe we'll figure it out. All right, that's good. We've been rambling on. We can dive into this more in the off season. All right, that's it for us. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Like, subscribe, do all that nonsense that everyone asks for in every podcast. We are at Nothing Major Show, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Let us know what you guys want to talk about. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys Friday.